Hold the ladder, I said. Please, Evan. I'm holding it, he replied, not looking up from his phone. I climbed, hands cold, lights biting my fingers. You said you liked the warm ones. I do, he said. They look fine. They look perfect, I said, smiling anyway. Christmas should feel safe. He laughed softly. You always say that. I mean it, I said. Love is loyalty. Waiting. Staying. Yeah, he said, distracted. Sure. I noticed his screen tilt away from me. Who keeps calling you? Work, he said quickly. You worry too much. I climbed down. You don't come home early anymore. I'm busy, he said. That's life. I cook. I wait. I leave the lights on, I said. For you. He kissed my forehead, already stepping back. You're sweet. Sweet. Not loved. I swallowed it. Later Lena called. Are you okay? I'm happy, I said. You sound tired, she said. I'm just decorating, I said. For someone who isn't there? She asked gently. He'll come, I said. He always does. I hung the last string alone. The house glowed. My chest felt tight. I told myself love meant patience. I ignored the silence buzzing louder than the lights, and I kept them on for him, believing brightness could hide what was already breaking. I whispered, we're fine, to the empty room, hearing my own doubt answer back, louder than his promises, louder than the music playing softly that night. My phone buzzed. One message. No name. Is this your fiancé? I stared. What? Screenshots loaded. Evan. Smiling. His hand on another man's waist. My chest locked. This isn't real, I whispered. I called him. Evan, answer me. What's wrong? He said, annoyed. Who is he? I asked. Why is he in our bed? You're overreacting, he said. It's nothing. Nothing? My voice shook. You touched him. Stop being dramatic, he snapped. Marcus introduced us. I was curious. So you cheated? I said. I didn't cheat, he said. I needed space. From me? I asked. From us. You smother me, he yelled. You make everything heavy. Tears burned. I loved you. And I felt trapped, he said. Nora understands me. I went quiet. So that's it. I want freedom, he said. I'm done. The line died. I ran to the bedroom. His closet was empty. My card declined. He took the savings. I slid to the floor. What's wrong with me? I asked the walls. My phone stayed silent. No apology. No goodbye. Outside, the Christmas lights still glowed. Bright. Untouched. I pressed my forehead to the window and whispered, you promised. The lights didn't answer. They just kept shining while my life split open, leaving me alone with proof, silence, and a love that suddenly meant nothing at all. I realized the betrayal wasn't loud. It was quiet, cold, and permanent, like the silence he chose over me forever. I woke up shaking. The phone was silent. Evan? I said to the room. Please. No reply. Bills stacked on the table. I whispered, I can't do this. My chest hurt. Nights blurred. I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling and argued with memories. You promised forever, I said aloud. Lena knocked. You didn't answer my texts. I'm fine, I lied. You're not, she said. Eat something. I don't deserve food, I said. She snapped. Don't say that. I should have listened, I said. I pushed him away. You didn't, she said. He chose to leave. What if I forgive him? I asked. Just so it stops. Lena went quiet. Would it? I heard Evan's voice in my head. You're too much. I covered my ears. I'm nothing. That evening Mrs. Hill waved outside. Lights are still on, she said softly. He liked them, I said. They're very bright, she said. Even alone. I closed the door and slid down. I ruined everything, I whispered. The silence answered. I checked my phone again. No name. No apology. I hugged my knees and said, I'm empty. The words felt true. The house echoed them back, louder than the lights, louder than my heartbeat, until I believed them completely. I whispered, come back, then corrected myself, don't. My stomach growled. Tears fell. I told the dark, I'm scared, and waited, hoping something would answer. It didn't. The lights hummed softly, judging me. I was washing a mug when my phone lit up. One message, I miss us. My hands froze. I whispered, no. Another text came. I'm outside. I peeked through the curtain. Evan stood under the Christmas lights, smiling like he owned them. What are you doing here? I texted, come open the door, he wrote. We should talk. There's nothing to say, I typed. I made a mistake, he sent. You know me. I laughed softly. I finally do. He knocked once. Art. Don't be cruel. You stole from me, I said through the door. You pushed me, he said. I needed air. You needed control, I said. Silence. Then, I miss how you looked at me. That's not love, I said. That's hunger. His voice slipped through the wood. You belong with me. My legs shook. I belong to myself. He pressed closer. Open the door. No, I said. I'm not leaving, he whispered that I leaned against the door, heart racing. I wasn't brave. I was terrified, but I stayed still. From the other side he breathed my name, slow and sure, like a promise and a threat that I closed my eyes, shaking and didn't move that I texted, go home. He replied, you'll regret this. I whispered, maybe. My phone buzzed again. I silenced it. The lights flickered. I breathed, I choose myself tonight, and held the door until dawn. My hands stopped shaking and the power stayed mine. Caleb asked, why are you here? I can't breathe, I said. He's everywhere. Who is he? Caleb asked. My ex, I said. He loved controlling me. Caleb said, tell me how. He chose my clothes, I said. My friends. My silence. Did that feel like love? He asked. No, I said. It felt small. Lena squeezed my hand later. You're seeing it now. I ignored everything, I said. Because leaving felt worse. Caleb's voice echoed. Pain isn't proof of love. I went home and unplugged half the lights. Not tonight, I whispered. My phone buzzed. Please answer, Evan texted. I replied, stop. Another message. I can't sleep. That's not my job, I said aloud. I remembered him saying, if you loved me you'd change. I whispered, I did. Caleb said, love doesn't demand erasure. I left one light glowing. For me, I said. Evan texted again. You're breaking us. We're already broken, I replied. Lena smiled. I'm proud of you. I breathed deeper. Love shouldn't hurt like this. The words felt new. Heavy. True. For the first time the quiet didn't scare me. It held me steady, like hands letting go instead of tightening, and I knew the turning had finally begun inside my chest. I texted Evan, get help, then turned my phone off saying, I choose peace. The single light hummed softly. I sat down, shaking, and felt something loosen inside me at last without guilt or fear. I heard it from Lena first. Marcus quit answering him, she said. What about Nora? I asked. She left, Lena said. Packed and blocked. My phone buzzed. Evan again. I lost my job, he texted. I typed, I'm sorry, then erased it. Caleb said, you didn't cause this. I still feel guilty, I said. That's conditioning, he replied. Evan stood across the street that night. I called out, go home? You're watching me, he said. No, I said. You're watching me. A cruiser rolled up. Detective Ross asked, is this man bothering you? Yes, I said steady. Evan snapped, you ruined my life. I answered, you did. Ross warned him, leave. Evan glared. You think you won? I think I survived, I said. The lights burned bright behind me. I didn't turn them off. I stood where he could see me breathe. Later Lena asked, are you scared? Yes, I said. But I'm done hiding. Evan texted, this isn't over. I replied, it is for me. I didn't chase karma. I watched it circle him quietly, patiently, while I stayed still, visible and free. Caleb's voice echoed, let consequences speak. I whispered, I will. My phone stayed dark. The lights stayed on. For once, the world saw me clearly, unafraid, breathing in the open, letting truth do the damage I no longer needed to deliver. Without revenge, without cruelty, I finally trusted time to finish what I survived through alone. Please, Evan said, voice breaking. Just listen. We stood on the sidewalk, lights glowing above us. People passed. I stayed still. I'm sorry, he said. I was scared. I'll change. I said, you said that before. Tears ran down his face. I need you. I answered, that's the problem. I went to therapy, he said. I quit drinking. I lost everything. I nodded. I know. Mrs. Hill paused nearby. She didn't speak. She watched. Evan stepped closer. I love you. I held up my hand. Love doesn't beg after destroying someone. He whispered, I can't live without you. I said, You lived without me when it mattered. His shoulders shook. Say something kind. I said, this is kindness. He looked confused. You're cold? No, I said. I'm clear. I was wrong, he said. Punish me. I'm not your judge, I said. I'm your consequence. Silence stretched out. He asked, do you hate me? I shook my head. I don't feel that much anymore. The lights hummed softly. Mrs. Hill nodded once. Evan's voice cracked. So this is it? Yes, I said. This is where I stop. He backed away empty-handed. I didn't follow. I didn't apologize. I breathed. Under the same lights he broke me with. I finally felt taller than my fear, and he finally understood he no longer mattered. I turned toward my door, knowing silence was my answer, and walking away was the loudest truth I could give. I heard nothing for days. No texts, no knocks, no messages. Is he gone? Lena asked, peering through the window. I think so, I said. My voice was flat. Do you feel relief? She asked. Not really, I admitted. Just quieter. I signed the restraining order. He can't contact me, I said aloud. Caleb asked, how does it feel? Final, I said. Not happy. Just done. Lena hugged me. Small victories, right? I smiled faintly. Small but real. The Christmas lights tangled in my hands. I thought I'd miss them, I whispered. Do you? Lena asked. Some, I admitted. But I'm ready to let go. I unplugged the last strand. Darkness filled the room. Peace, I said. Looks different, Lena said. Empty but safe. Yes, I said. I can breathe here. I walked from room to room, noticing silence that used to scare me. I never thought quiet could feel protective, I told Lena. She smiled. You earned it. I leaned against the wall. Closure isn't joy. It's calm. Acceptance. My phone stayed dark. No alerts. No demands. I whispered, I survived this. And for the first time the house felt like mine. Empty, still safe. I didn't need lights to shine for anyone else. I could finally rest inside my own world without fear, without echoes, just silence carrying me forward. I sat by the window, coffee in hand, thinking about him. Lena asked. I said. But not like before. Not like before, she asked. I used to want revenge, I admitted. To hurt him like he hurt me. And now, she asked. Now I want peace, I said. Not his pain. Mine. You forgive yourself? She asked. I'm trying, I said. I blamed myself for too long. You're human, she said. Flawed but alive. I was scared I'd never be enough, I said. But I survived. Survival is more than enough, Lena said. I breathed deep. I realized revenge wouldn't heal me. Only respect for myself does. Do you still think of him? Sometimes, I said. As a memory. Not a wound. Does it hurt? Not really, I said. It's just history. I glanced at the empty street. I can trust myself now. I can set boundaries. I can live without fear. That's growth, Lena said softly. I nodded. It's quiet but real. I'm learning to be kind to myself. I accept my mistakes. I honor my strength. I survived this not by breaking him but by not breaking myself. The sunlight hit the floor. I smiled faintly. I didn't win over him. I won over me. And for the first time in months I felt grounded, whole, and genuinely free. I climbed the ladder, untangling lights. You're smiling, Lena said. I am, I said. Different this year. Different how? She asked. I'm doing this for me, I said. Not him. She nodded. That feels good. I used to wait for someone else, I said. Now I wait for myself. Do you miss him? She asked. Not the way I did, I said. He's a shadow. I'm the light. The lights flickered as I plugged them in. See, I said. They obey me now. You earned that, Lena said. I draped the last strand along the roof. Every choice I made, every time I stood up, it led here. I never thought you'd get this calm, Lena said. I've learned, I said. Peace isn't about forgetting. It's about surviving and claiming your life back. The street glowed. I looked around. Neighbors smiled. Mrs. Hill waved. I whispered to myself, I survived betrayal. And it changed everything, I said. Not him. Me. I survived and I finally owned the light, the house, and my heart. Next Christmas, the lights will always shine for me first, not for someone who left, not for fear, only for me. I took a deep breath. I choose me, I whispered. And that choice will carry me forward, brighter than any star or string of lights could ever shine.